on you to fill out the questions. Please. Students ready to learn.
This afternoon is about practical stuff. Some of you have asked me, well, how did everybody, those of you from the morning, how come I stayed alive and everybody else died? And that was a negotiating deal, so I want to tell you about that. And the umbrella of that negotiating deal is creating relationships no matter what happens. But the strategy was, for me, instinctively and also strategically create a relationship, because it must not be easy for a 16-year-old inexperienced soldier to kill somebody who they know something about. Now, how many of you believe that when you negotiate, if you create relationships first, then the positional issues are much easier to deal with? Right? I mean, we all know that. So create early on similarities where you can have we, us, me too. Because who do we trust more? People who are similar or different from us? Similar. What would be the worst negotiation scenario? Give me one, like you are over here and they are over here. Work rules and finance. Okay. So what's similar between the two of you? Between those two groups?
You still work in the same organization.
You work in similar organization. You all want to keep your jobs, right? You all want to keep on moving. And what else maybe? In a way, you both feel somewhat unsafe in this situation. Would you say that's true? So instead of positional power, you want to look at relational power to create relational power. And we're going to talk about what motivates people to say yes. From new awareness come new choices. From new choices, new actions. From new actions come results. Why are we negotiating? For results. How many of you have right now, personally or professionally, some people process issues that you need to negotiate? Okay. How about strategic process? And then does it affect operation? Yes. Building bridges and breaking down walls to come to a mutually acceptable agreement. That's one definition of negotiating. I want to give you another one. Negotiation is a dance where people need to hear each other's rhythm. There is a rule. No matter who you negotiate with, your very first bridging is acknowledgement of the other person's point of view. Make the other side a hero, smart, and just acknowledge. How many of you have kids? You are the worst mom. You are the first dad. Worst person in the whole world. I can see you think I'm the worst mom and dad. Well, you're not really that bad, Mom, but it turns it around. Negotiation is constant, ongoing, non-negotiables. What I mean by that you cannot go into negotiations if you don't know early on what is non-negotiable. And non-negotiables are not very visible. What would be some non-negotiables, you think, that people don't talk about? We don't understand culturally, for example, what's respectful. Or we are impatient. Or one of the reasons that's non-negotiable, there are people who's going to say it's non-negotiable that this person keeps interrupting me. Conscious and purposeful. You can't afford to not be intentful and impactful. Is that right? Okay, so before you negotiate, you want to ask yourself, what is the intent? What impact we want at this negotiation, at this time, and then long term, and then you choose your behavior, strategies, tactics. The first thing is what?
You have to know what you want.
You have to know what you want. If you know what you want and you prepared it, you can put yourself on the shelf during the time of the actual finding out where they are coming from. And the fact is that these are the reasons that people don't even know why they're not going to say yes to you. So instead of keep pushing for money or any positional items, figure out how can I include the other side. so they feel that they're included in the process. And for every piece of information you give, you need to get something. And if you don't do that strategically up front, you are not prepared. We are going to talk about styles of negotiators. When you negotiate, would you say body language is important? Oh, yeah. Okay, I want you to quickly get up and shake hands with two people and say one thing that you enjoyed today from my sessions or anything.
Joe said that you can go till like 1 if you want.
Okay.
Bruce, a pleasure to meet you. What an inspirational speaker.
I want you to walk towards each other and stop when you're comfortable. Okay. Now you both want this deal real badly. Palm to palm. And I want you to really push for it. Okay? Go. Push hard. Push hard. Push hard.